Trade Bitcoin like David here. Um, in this video, I'm gonna share with you our trade setup for the week, how we've been going about yesterday, and what we're looking for today, and possibly what we're gonna happen tomorrow. So you wanna stick around to the end of this video. If you take a look at the left side, you can see this trade right here, the 2.9 weeks to 1 ratio trade. That was a success, and this trade setup right here, which is a success, um, all came from the same kind of setup, and we're actually anticipating the same kind of setup today. At the point of this recording, it's um, Thursday, which is the 8th of January. Right now, this is 2:45 p.m. West African time at the point of this recording, and I want to take you back to what we saw before we executed this trade. Um, Look at the left right here. You can see the highest point price, made a move to is the 94,486,079 level. Right there was the high, has been the high so far in a long time, and we saw the pullback, the correction move we made, the confirmation for sale, right here. If you look at the right, this right here, the top is the supply zone, and we mapped this out to be our liquidity, and price went and just took liquidity right here, went and above this higher high, which was marked out as the higher high and higher low, lower high and lower lows for a downtrend. Okay, I already know we watched the previous video, so we know about what downtrend is, what downtrend looks like, and what an uptrend looks like. For a downtrend, we have the lower high and lower low. Right here is the lower high for the internal structure. Right here you can see the lower high, and any break of structure below here is called the internal break of structure. So as you all know, the external break of structure is always going to be more powerful than the internal break of structure. So what happened right here is the internal break of structure was completed right here before we made the external break of structure, which is this. So this gratifies the liquidity right there and all the way down here. Because this is the first supply zone in the trade, we never anticipated such move in the market, never expecting such, because if you look at the way right here, transparency is key. We actually anticipated the buy with 2.15 weeks to reward ratio, never ended up happening, and because of that sell off on the Tuesday. So we looked, because of the, you can look at this this line right here. It shows the external break of structure. After the external break of structure, we look to sell, and that was how we got up to the supply zone right here. Supply zone right here, and price just kept making the lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, all the way to the demand zone. So we actually made this trade worth it, because we recovered from our loss, and that's what it takes to be a day trader. The same thing right here. Price kept making the lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, and you see the same scenario right here. This is just the factor. You see the same scenario right here. The supply zone all the way up, internal break of structure, and then the liquidity being taken at the external break of structure. After the external break of structure, rather, this is exactly what happened here, because if you look at this, price went all the way up and smashed this higher high. It made a change of character with the external break of structure, and we look to take our trade right here from the supply zone. So we were very mindful of a fractal move being formed. That means what happened in the higher time frame happened in the lower time frame right here. This is what happened, and it was a nice trade. And now I want to equip you with what's going to happen right now. You can see these lines I map out right here are the highs and lows of London session. Um, Not in the position to journal my trades right now, but I'm going to do so whenever I can today. And I thought of sharing this video so you too can do it right now. You can see that London session is still in the whole zone, within the high and the low of London session. So it's more like the accumulation phase right here. If you know about the accumulation phase before the manipulation phase, the AMD before the distribution, which is D, and we are looking for price to make such move as this. After the accumulation, price just goes down to cause the manipulation, and probably the distribution just takes off right here. So this is our lookout for the trade. This is our anticipation for the trade, and that's for the 15 minutes chart. If you look all the way to the demand zone in the 1 hour chart, you can see that we left the demand zone right here. Pardon me about that. We left the demand zone right here, which we're even looking to, take the buy from. So this is a nice buy signal that probably gonna be a win. If you extend this to the right hand side, just look at this. This buy was being anticipated weeks ago, last week on Saturday, right? January 10th, 3rd, and it looks like we have a higher risk to reward ratio right now, from the 2 risk to reward ratio to 3 risk to reward ratio, and this is our lookout for today. Probably for the week, because we have tested the resistance zone. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, because we've tested the resistance zone, look at this, look at the left, from the left right here, this is the resistance zone. So we have tested this resistance zone, we're looking up, we're looking to take the next high. The next move is just gonna be from, this is the resistance zone to this high, and just goes up like this. So this is what we're looking out for. It's still an uptrend in the higher time frame. So I hope you learned something from this video. I'm the New York session trader, professional Bitcoin BTCUSD day trader. Trade Bitcoin like David. I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, comment, and turn on the notification bell. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified when next we drop our next amazing video. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Yes, sir.